Eamonn Holmes has openly expressed his frustration regarding the recent release of files related to John F. Kennedy's assassination and Prince Harry's visa records, stating that they reveal nothing new. Speaking on GB News alongside co-host Nana Akua and sports reporter Paul Coit, Holmes criticized the lack of substantial information in the newly declassified documents, calling them heavily redacted and uninformative. Holmes, who has been fascinated by JFK's assassination since childhood, voiced his skepticism about the official narrative. He believes that the widely accepted account of former U.S. Marine Lee Harvey Oswald acting alone does not add up. "I'm a bit irritated," Holmes admitted, emphasizing his doubts over the conclusions presented in history books. Coit, however, defended the official version, asserting that Oswald was a trained marksman capable of executing the fatal shot. But Holmes challenged this perspective, pointing to various inconsistencies. "How do you explain the different brain in the post-mortem?" he asked. He further questioned why the Dallas doctor originally assigned to conduct Kennedy's autopsy was prevented from doing so, with the body being moved elsewhere. They had time to do anything they wanted, Holmes argued, insisting that multiple shooters were involved. He also referenced the infamous grassy knoll theory, which suggests that additional shots were fired from a concealed location. "Look at the puff of smoke from the grassy knoll," he said, reinforcing his belief that the assassination was more complex than the official version suggests. Coit remained unconvinced, stating, "Maybe I'm extremely naive. I think Oswald did it alone." Nana Akua also appeared to side with Coit, suggesting that perhaps Oswald was simply an exceptional shooter. This prompted Holmes to disagree strongly, saying, "You're both wrong." Holmes went on to argue that Oswald had the technology wrong and that the government missed a significant opportunity to reveal the full truth. "But who is going to admit if there is a conspiracy?" he asked rhetorically. The discussion was further fueled by former President Donald Trump's executive order to release thousands of classified documents related to Kennedy's assassination. Trump promised that around 80,000 pages of files would be disclosed, emphasizing his commitment to transparency. Among the notable revelations in the unredacted documents is the account of CIA operative Gary Underhill, who fled Washington immediately after Kennedy's assassination. Underhill reportedly confided in friends that a small clique within the CIA was responsible for the assassination. Less than 6 months later, Underhill was found dead in his Washington apartment. Officially ruled a suicide, his death raised suspicions due to the unusual location of the gunshot wound, behind his left ear, despite him being right-handed. Additionally, the documents suggest that Kennedy had suspected something was amiss before his death, though the extent of his knowledge remains unclear. The revelation of these details has reignited debates about the true circumstances surrounding JFK's assassination, with many, including Holmes, remaining convinced that the official explanation fails to tell the whole story. Holmes' passionate stance reflects the enduring intrigue and controversy surrounding one of the most famous assassinations in history. Whether these new documents will change public perception remains to be seen, but for Holmes, the questions continue to outweigh the answers.